off, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, who teach his word in truth and sincerity, and who risk their lives to do so. A quick video I'm gonna get into is basically some examples of men of the Lord having that zeal, and the importance of having zeal is basically to keep the flame lit, and it's truth to keep you going. That, you know, when you have a zeal for something, you know, you're gonna teach. You like having a zeal for this truth, you're gonna teach, man. You're gonna be motivated to teach and really try to get this message out. So this is First Maccabees 2 and let's start at 20. It says, you know what, 19. This is First Maccabees 2 and 19. It says, Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Now when we had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which, so this 2/3 was going to go up and sacrifice something according to the king's commandment, man. You know, and this is what Mattathias did. He said, this 24 says, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. Also the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of the Most High, Yahweh, like as Phanes did unto Zambri, the son of Salam. Then Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. Right. So that's the clear example of the zeal that he had, man. He slew that dude, man. Slew the king's commissioner, right, and tore down the altar, man. You know, he pulled it down. You know, he had that zeal. He wasn't gonna stand for. He wasn't gonna allow himself to see what that dude was finna do, and what he was, you know, how he was just got up and was just so ready to transgress against the Most High. Mattathias wasn't having it, man. That's what type of men we have to be in this truth. Now, I'm not saying to kill anyone, but I'm saying this is how you kill your enemy, by basically teaching your people, right? It's going to be a time that we kill. The scriptures say we are fishers, and then he's going to make us hunters. Lord willing, we be part of the elected of 1/3. You know, when we become hunters, that's when it's time to cast out that judgment that these people are well due for. You know, I'll give another example really fast. Come on, man. Salakia. All right, there we go. This is Hebrews 11 and 24 says, Hebrews 11 and 24 says, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High, which is Israelites, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Right? Because, you know, even now these people are sinning, but it's only for a season. Right? It's only for a season. And what I mean by that America's about to be destroyed, man, with thermonuclear fire. You know? Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. I'll keep going. It says, through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, with which the Egyptians assaying to do were drowned. Right. So I was giving you some examples of the faith that Moses had, but he had zeal, man. He was, even though he could have had everything in Egypt, right, by being called the son of the son of Pharaoh's daughter, he could have had all that, all the riches of Egypt, but he forsake it, man. He wasn't going to stand for seeing his people in captivity. He wasn't going to stand for seeing his people in captivity. He had zeal. And that's the type of zeal that we have to have, man. You're going to sacrifice a lot coming into this truth. You're going to sacrifice a lot in the world coming into this truth. It's going to be a lot of things that you can't do. You're going to have to change your ways coming into this truth and to teach his word and preach his gospel. That's what I'm saying. You got to have that zeal. It's important to have that zeal in order to keep the flame lit, because if your zeal run out, eventually, your faith is going to run out, and your motivation to teach his word is going to run out. And then when that runs out, then you out. Then you have no protection, So these are just some of the examples. These are just some of the examples of what men did in the scriptures, that and how they defended the gospel, man. And this is what we have to do. We have to read, and we have to use these examples on the things that we're supposed to be doing now. How motivated we have to be for the Lord now in the times to come, because in the times to come, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're gonna wish you was, man, because you're not gonna have any protection. You're not gonna have anybody to save you, man. And in the time to come, we need somebody to save us. We need somebody to guide us in a time of darkness. But that was it. That's all I had on that. Just a couple of examples of how men of the Lord had zeal, and basically following after the men in the Lord in the scriptures, and basically keeping the motivation to doing this truth, and basically having zeal to keep that flame lit. You don't want to let that flame die down. Once that flame starts to wither, then you go back to darkness, man. But that's all I had. Hopefully this video was edifying. I want to say shalom.